Hey everybody, welcome to the Logan Power Show. It's me, the smiling host, Mr. Calvin Logan, live here at the Logan Power Show in North Charleston, South Carolina. Now we know every year you gotta get stuff right. Guys, it's tax time season, ladies and gentlemen. You know, from January to June, you gotta get taken care of. I brought some very inspirational people from Liberty Tax right here with me. I got to my left, Miss Tarsha Anderson-Labor. Then to my far left is Miss Shanika Smith-Aiken from Liberty Tax. How you doing?
How are you?
Ladies, thank you so much for coming on the show. Now, you know me, I was working hard, trying to get them on the show. Thank you for working hard for the people. That's what I'm about, working hard for the people. So I wanted to just figure out and just learn from you that you all have this great business. So what led you to say, I want to do taxes for a living?
Well, I started off as a preparer, just looking for extra income, and realized that I really did enjoy what I was doing, and realized that it could just go further and give me further knowledge, and believe knowledge is power. So I just continued on with that.
Wow. What about yourself?
For me, I have a degree in accounting, and this is what I chose to specialize in taxation.
Gotcha. Now for me, I got my degree in business administration, took accounting, passed it, did very well. You know, statistics, good. I mean, I can taxes. Yeah, I'm definitely a good reader. Line 36, line 64, Calvin A plus, B plus, financial aid. Did that myself. My whole 4 years of college, my financial aid said, file your tax. Okay, my taxes said line. Okay, that line 16, 5, 11. Okay, good. So I made sure that I, Calvin, took care of my business. So that's something that for me, I look at as when you do these things, you gotta love what you do. So how long right now have you been doing it for right now, currently with Liberty Tax?
I've been working for Liberty Tax for probably about 8 years now.
8 years. What about yourself?
And I have 10 plus.
10 plus. Wow.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of experience here. A lot of experience. Now for you ladies, you guys know the system. You know how to help people and get people to do the right thing and make sure they don't make any kind of mistakes. When a customer comes to you for help, to fix my taxes, please do it. What do they experience when they come into your business?
Well, the first thing that they experience is great customer service and basically education, because a lot of times people are just unaware of different things that they should be doing and why they are doing it, and that can either impact their tax situation one way or the other. So really the first thing is education, and then once it starts from there, and basically a lot of times just putting individuals on the right track of knowing what to do.
Gotcha.
Because a lot of time people listen to what family members who don't do taxes tell them what should and what should not be on their tax return. So that's why we educate everybody so they have a clear understanding of what's supposed to be on your tax return.
Okay. Now, I know there's probably at least 8,000, 4,000, 500,000 errors you can actually make. And so I definitely want to turn myself here a little bit further to look at you, my people. If you have questions or answers that you'd like to know about it, please contact us today. The information is on the screen, how to get in contact with Liberty Tax. These lovely ladies' information from Miss Tarsha and Mrs. Shanika was on the screen, so you can call them and personally request them personally. Say, hey, I saw you on the Logan Power Show. You said you can help me. Please help me. What if you can name probably 3 things on the top of your head, like the most common things we do on taxes that can mess us up? What are 3 things you can say in your personal experience?
Well, you're right. There are many things. Probably the first thing is dependence. Individuals not being sure of the impact of carrying dependents during the year and on your taxes, what the difference is. Probably one of the other second things is just knowing the difference in being self-employed and regular employed. I'll just say that just to make it a little easier. It's probably 2 of the things that I can think of off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
And then you also have a lot of time people don't claim all their income they made during the year. They get a W-2 January 15th and realize, I don't want to say they didn't realize they worked more than one job, but didn't think about the other W-2 and only file one W-2 until October when they get that letter from the IRS and tell them, like, okay, you owe us some money we gave you back because you didn't file all of your W-2s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We laughing.
Yeah.
Because it's laughing inside. Now, me, Calvin, that's why I wait a little bit. Now, it's always quick to say, hey, it's January 2nd. I'm at there January 3rd, the doorstep. I'm ready to get my taxes. I'm ready to party tonight. I'm ready to get my refund check by, like, say, February, Valentine's Day. Tell my family that we going out, going party. Next thing you know, they say, man, I forgot, man. That was another thing I forgot to file. And then you have to look into refiling, see if you can catch any other loopholes. And, I tell people all the time, that's why some people who I've learned, now, did I say I was an expert? No. I said what I've learned, what I have personally studied, just my own research. People who have a lot of money don't file right away. That's just common knowledge. I'm going to tell you that right now. Don't nobody lie to you and think Bill Gates or Carlos Halo Slim or Warren Buffett files on January 1st. That's a lie. Them guys probably wait later on because they're still collecting stuff and they're trying to put it all together. That's why most businesses do not file right away. And they go to that non-profit situation or do something else. This is something that I've studied personally, and they can correct me if I'm error at all, because I got the experts here. I just say from what I have personally studied. This is my research and personal knowledge. So for a person to say they start a business and they're trying to get some things together with their business, what are the first things the business would need to do so they could not fall in trouble with the IRS and they got a business?
The first thing probably would be education on record keeping and what all records they need to keep, and just keeping track of everything. And it's a lot of businesses, especially new business owners, they're not really aware of what receipts they should keeping a log book, just different things of that nature. So a lot of it is just education on what kind of records they should be keeping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely. What about for yourself?
Yeah, I agree with it. Just actually keeping the information. Someone came in and said, okay, I keep all my receipts on the dashboard. That's not a good place to keep your receipt on the dashboard because the sun fades away and then you want to try and deduct it on your taxes. You just have to make sure if you're going to go into business, you keep track of everything you do. Whether it's deductible or not, if you keep track of it when you go to file your taxes, you can decide from there.
Definitely. Now, for those who don't know, the Logan Power Show, I am definitely very fortunate for how we started. Definitely, we're pretty much into the sort of profit situation. We're not non-profit yet. This is everything's under myself. So I'm having a lot of fun with me. For me, we're just pretty much keeping it simple. For those who don't know, this show is pretty much helped by others. People think we got billionaires in the building giving, but definitely we appreciate anybody who feels like they want to be an investor in Logan Power Show. Hey, we take all the billions and the millions coming in. We want to get global, so that's why we bring the right people on the show to educate you on what they're capable of doing. Now, what are some things, I hear all the people all the time, it just seems sometimes, just from my personal experience, what I've seen, that people who have not enough money, and say, for instance, they got 2, 3, 4 kids, just life in general, the government gives them a lot of money, in refund money, just say, for instance, but what they go through in the long run, to wait for that one check
Once a year, yeah.
Have you ever what do you do to talk to those people, say okay, hey, this is what you need to do to the next level, or do you guys give consultations when you're talking to your customers?
We actually work with some other companies and that we can refer out usually for budgeting type services. We do give just general tax advice if it's something related directly to their taxes and what's going on. But we also do try to work a lot with people in the community that, are offering services. We share information, share referrals out to different places that could help our customers generally in all areas.
Okay. Yeah, we even have, we work with companies to help them with build their credit, repair their credit, and that kind of stuff. Because a lot of time people don't understand or they're not aware of what steps they need to take to handle when they get a refund of $10,000. Sometimes they think it's time to party.
Yeah, definitely. I've known this, just personal experience, ladies and gentlemen. What did I say again? Personal experience. No one's gonna say, Calvin told me. I say, no. I say, Calvin, his own personal experience. Definitely younger age. I'm young now, but younger. Had a lot of money. Got some big refunds because I gave a lot. I'm gonna let you know, big time giver. And then save some too. And I got some good refunds. My Uncle Sam's been real good to me. I make sure I pay my taxes, do what I gotta do, because I don't want no issues from Uncle Sam. And I've ran into a situation where people thought I was I'm talking about me now. What I say me. They tried to say I owed like $6,000 back in 1989. I said, 1989? I was 9 years old. I said, how in 1989 I'm gonna owe something from 1989? Now they were talking about my dad. Okay, people, we get the same first and last name, but I am the second. He's senior, I'm junior. I said, hold up now. You talking to senior, you ain't talking to junior. But it's all clarified. My dad clears a whistle. Just mistakes. Everybody not perfect now. Don't act like they be going on and say, Calvin, what are you talking about? No, I'm being honest. And no one's perfect. That's when people say, oh, this person is tax evasion. Let's think about it. Look it all the way through. Get the whole story. Don't let where someone posts out there think that's the whole story. Well, this person was tax evasion for like 4 or 5 years. I've always known when negative stuff comes out about people, get all the facts. Another thing is, reach out to the person themselves and find out what's going on. And that's what I love about people like yourself who give that tax advice. I'm not gonna come to you and say, can you file my tax and act like I'm an expert? Because I'm not. That's just what I've known. I know to stay humble because I know you know the X, the Y, the Z. All I know is X. You run the play. You call in the playbook. I'm the quarterback. I can try to audible it, but there's a chance the ball's going to get intercepted. I'm going to get sacked. I'm going to get hurt. So I'm just helping y'all out there who, what I'm saying, like, hey, what they taking so long? Say, who? You need to go down the whistle, down the line. And another thing is, too, what I found out a lot from me, just talking to me personally, I ask a lot of questions. That's why I brought these ladies on the show. I saw them on LinkedIn, reached out to them. They were kind enough to say, Calvin, I'll come on your show, and I want to bring them to you, the people. So if you have a question, definitely want to ask. I'm asking some of the questions out there now that some people may be thinking about. That's all I'm asking. And then that way, their information is on the screen, so you can give them a call, flood them. Hey, you can go 20, 30, 40 deep in there and say, I need to file my taxes. Because ladies and gentlemen, if you don't file your taxes, let you know this, you may not got caught on year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But it could have been investigator such and such caught you on year 10. And you got to back pay all those years that you didn't file. Now me, that's not my case. I'm just letting you know from people that I've experienced with. And they can testify to this too. I'm not just making it up like we're trying to be all so bad, because they can build your credit. Now, you mentioned building credit. as repairing. Now, this is for just for businesses or just for personal people can do that also?
This is a personal. We try to work with a lot of the nonprofits that are in the area that does that kind of work, and we refer them out to that, because we don't do that in our office. We just refer them to someplace that can help them, because a lot of times when you get that refund, that may be a good time you to take that refund and pay off some of that debt you weren't able to pay off when you were working, or you're unemployed or something.
Definitely. So I know that our time is limited, but I want to ask him some questions. Just this final question. I know there's something we all want to know. Where do you ladies want to see Liberty Tax be in the next 3 to 5 years? Where do you foresee your location being right now?
Well, for us personally, we are going to pray for expansion and growth besides the 3 offices that we are currently in. So we're just going to pray for growth, really.
Yeah, we're praying for the same thing. We're praying, that we actually grow to have more stores. We educate more people on their taxes, get more people to have a clear understanding of what's supposed to be on their taxes. Like, if they do not come to one of our stores and get educated about getting their taxes done, that whoever is doing their taxes, they ask questions. They understand that regardless of whether you know what's on your tax return, you are still responsible for what's on there. So we want to make sure everybody understands that.
Definitely. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now, I brought them on the show. I have no bias against any tax company. Let them know this right now. I asked politely, could you please come on the show? Sometimes you ask not, won't receive not. Just common. That's just the common sense for me. If you thirsty, could I please get a drink of water? Either yes or no.
Yeah.
So they would kind of say, Calvin, I'll come on your show. Have access to people, let them know, educate them. So we claim that they're going to have as many places as possible. We're here to support them. The information is on the screen. We're having a ball. The Logan Power Show is here to empower people, empower you, the people, to have the understanding that you can make a difference. That's all the time I have. My name is Calvin Lowe with the Logan Power Show. We're having a blast, and we'll see you next week.